got all these parts for this Zama Carburetor on this small weed whacker I was working on the other day. I'm going to be rebuilding it. Kit was about $10. You get new gaskets, you get a new jet, you get a new screen, and this is our carburetor. We're going to start taking it apart. Real simple. Just Phillips screws all the way around. Take these out. Okay, like so. So gaskets are going to be replacing. Backside, take that apart too, it's already loose. Mains of our diaphragm. It's totally blown out. Put our old parts over here. We'll be reusing this, reusing that. Primer bulb is new. We already cleaned all this out. And let's go take these gaskets off. I took all our gaskets out and organized them. Be doing the primer side first, the fuel pump side, so they call it. Had a little clear piece of plastic, or a new piece. It's a black piece of plastic, but the gasket is very old. This thing is about 10 years old, so it's very brittle. But as you see, it comes off. Got the old gasket off. It's very brittle. The new gasket matches up. So let's go assemble that side real quick. This side just has little dowel pins on it. Just basically match it up. Put that like that. That like that. It's all set. But first, there's a little screen inside the carburetor right in the bottom. We're gonna take that out with a little pick tool, which I don't have pictured, so I gotta go get it. Let's pop that out of there. Put a new one in. Well, it went flying out of there, but I just used a pick tool. Comes out real easy. Just keep working on it. You'll get to the edge, pick it out, you're done. Let's go put the new one in. New screen is in. I'm just going to use an old little extension. Push it in there a little bit. Both sides. Be careful, don't rip it. It's pretty fragile. But this has to basically sit flush. And when it sits flush, pretty much good to go. I think that's installed right there. The kind of tricky part. You're going to have to put this whole diaphragm piece in, then get your fuel primer bulb on here, and then the cover all at once. You're going to have to move the throttle a little bit to make it all fit. Got this on backwards, but nope, still got it on backwards right here. Got it all back together. The screws are threaded in. Again, you have to pull back on the throttle just a little bit and tighten up your screws. They don't need much because it is going into aluminum. Just do it evenly until they are snug, and that's it. Play right about here, right about there, it's plenty. Now we're going to change your needle and seat, which is right in here. There's the needle, there's the screw that holds it on. Careful, it's only been threaded into aluminum. Don't lose the screw. Hold down onto the little push rod. It's under spring tension. It's a little tiny spring. And the needle. New one is in the plastic still. Let's go get them out. Reinstall it. Now here's the tricky part. I'm not going to videotape myself struggling, but the new spring is under much more tension than the old spring. It's not all worn out. But these parts you have to fit in to this little area. The spring has to go right over here. And then you have a new little push rod assembly that goes on top of that. And then you put the screw in, holds it all together. So let me do that, show you when it's done. I got it all back together. Goes as shown. This little push rod assembly should be about even when you put a flat edge across it. And in this case it is, which is proper for the Zama carburetors. Now we have to put the new diaphragm kit on. The gasket goes against the body, and then that's probably not the right orientation, but just for example purposes. Then the diaphragm goes on the little wheel side, faces this whole area over here, and then you put the back cover on. So we have this, then we have that, put the cover on, then the screws. This is all back together. Make sure that the screws are going in nice and straight. Then you can just tighten it you know, don't go crazy on it. The smaller screws with your screwdriver until the gasket compresses a little bit. Yeah, I should really change this intake gasket, but I'm not. What we're going to do is throw this carburetor back onto our machine. We're going to see if it works now, because this was the old diaphragm. Nothing was left. Back outside, all together. This is what we're up against now. Things start right up. Right there. I jump in the carb. Doesn't do nothing. Boom. I don't know what's going on. I maxed out my adjustments on the. Have these little plastic. Ouch! I break my newly fixed machine. They got these little plastic things. Can I just take those things off? I might need more range of adjustment because they have little stops on them. But it does run. Better than not running. I also did not take out either of these jets when I was cleaning the carburetor, so maybe I should do that. I'm not sure. It's the first time rebuilding one, but you know, that's her final thing. Maybe these jets. There is also another adjustment on the bottom of the carburetor. There's a small screw, but I'm not sure what that is. If you can even see that over there, somewhere, like right over here. Got a gasket for a little carb. $9. $9. This is our final update on this. I put a new gasket on. Still leaking a little bit over here, so I put RTV all around it. I'm gonna let it sit. I also reinstalled the original. What the heck? I keep using the wrong term for that. Original needle, and let's see if that helps. It does still start and run, but bogs out. I don't know why. So if we're up against with this, at least it runs. Maybe I'll just wind up selling it as a project. But that's how you do it. Hope this video helps someone, and maybe your machine will work. This one works half-assed, but still not as good as what used to.